Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. I grew up on the 50s, love my whole city. Got the little ones with me, I ain't going back to prison.
Welcome, everybody. Man, it's been a real emotional week. I mean, this week, it's felt like a month. It's been a long week, man. It's been a hard week. 7 days ago, which was January 26th, our beloved Laker legend, Kobe Bryant tragically passed away with 8 others, including his daughter Gigi, in a helicopter accident. Today, we will pay tribute to the great Kobe Bryant. I want you guys to welcome our special guest. One of them is running a little late, but please welcome our special guest. We got rap artist, producer, Gigi, SPEC the Kid, and we will also have ex-military Black Hawk helicopter crew chief, Bryant Alvarez. He will be joining us in a minute, but everybody give it up, give it up for the homie right here.
Yo. What up, though? Good luck.
Whoo, man, my boy.
Yeah, man. It's
been one of them, it's been, the timeline, bro.
Hasn't even been a week. 6 days.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a week,
Man,
you know?
It hasn't even been a week, man. This shit's crazy. I don't even know where to start with this shit. This shit's crazy.
I mean, well, let's start with what and who Kobe Bryant means to the streets of LA.
Man.
What does he mean? I mean, before he passed, you know what I mean? You know, just Kobe Bryant. Who is he in LA, bro? Like, what does he mean to the streets, homie? I mean, like a part of the family, right?
Man, yeah.
I was thinking.
I think even more than that. It's like unexplainable how deep the relationship with the Lakers are with homies from, just from different areas, and and then at the same time, just how deep certain relationships with certain players are. You know what I mean? If it's not Shaq, Magic, Kareem, or Kobe in LA, nobody's really like running for you like that. It's like Derek Fisher was dope. You got pockets, like, you know what I mean? Eddie Jones when he was here, fucking Kurt Rambis, like all that bullshit. But it's not like Kobe or it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Kobe or Magic or, like a Kareem or something. So I think the neighborhoods, like we adopt that shit because, everybody looks at LA, us palm trees. It's always sunny. It's cool. But we got killers and we got riders here. And I think that our basketball team kind of like signify that, like how much we grind, how hard we go. Like we always want to win. We, we sacrifice. So.
And when it comes to the Lakers, it's something that we all have in common. Just, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're from.
Right.
But when it comes to the Lakers, bro, like they bring us together. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about it. Magic Johnson said the other day, Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker that ever lived. And the reason why some people were fucked up when they heard that, they said, no, Magic Johnson, you are. But if you think about it, how many years did Magic Johnson give to the Lakers, bro? Before, 12 years, bro.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant gave 20 years, homie. Since he signed when he was 17, bro, 18 years old, homie, you know what I mean, to 38, bro. That's fucking 20 years, homie. So 20 years, homie. Of service. Bro, I was thinking about it. I was telling my son, I said, you know what? Me and Kobe Bryant have been kicking it in the living room for 20 years. Me and Kobe Bryant have been hanging in the fucking California Department of Corrections cells, homie, for 20 years, homie. I'm going to speak for myself, homie. When I was going through some hard fucking times, bad times, homie, you know what, dog? Catch a Laker game in the pen, homie.
Right.
Lakers get that W, homie. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you know what it would do to the whole fucking atmosphere in the prison systems, homie? Everybody's just fucking hell yeah, homie. It raises the spirits up, homie. When you were down, homie, and Kobe hit that motherfucking game-winning shot, bro. It don't matter where the fuck you were at, homie. You raised up, homie, and you felt good, and you had pride for the city of LA, homie. You had pride for the Lakers. You didn't give a fuck with the moment in time where the fuck you were at, bro. It didn't matter, dog. It didn't matter.
I mean, you got all the three-peats and, you know what I mean, and the back-to-backs, the parades, the scandals, like all of that shit just made Kobe a whole different level of like LA, to me at least, you know, because you think about it, this other shit to me that made Kobe like important, like him working with the child, you know, with the Department of Family and Child Services, like DCFS, and like helping the foster kids and like the homeless kids and putting money into that, you know what I'm saying? And then helping with the homeless on the streets and doing a bunch of other service, I think is a lot deeper for me than just it being the Lakers. Like my mom worked at the Forum, you know what I mean? So from the time I was in high school, I'm class of 96.
Yeah.
I played basketball against like some of the greatest motherfuckers in high school history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my basketball traveling team had like 3 professional players that play on it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And an assistant coach for USC. Who was, you know, one of my best friends growing up. I just went a different way with like what I was involved with. But to keep it real with you, like everybody was watching Kobe. It was like Kobe or Shea Cotton. Those are the 2 dudes in high school where everybody was like, yo, those are the dudes. And then Kobe got a chance to come to LA and we didn't even think that shit was real. It was like, yo, the Lakers got a dude from high school for real. Like the Lakers don't do that. Like that's some shit that like Milwaukee might do, or one of these like weak ass teams that don't really got a legacy. The Lakers could get anybody.
Jerry West.
Why are we getting this dude? I know he's good, but nah, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking like he's a dunker. He could do all kind of athletic shit, but he's a Jordan clone and he didn't really like do nothing yet. You know what I mean? In high school, he was getting it popping, but let me score 80 points. Let me score 100 points in the game. But he wasn't really like, it wasn't like, you know, there's a gang of dudes. Like there's dudes the year before when Garnett came out. He came out of high school. There's a dude that was better than him, Ronnie Fields, who was way better.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, what happened to him? That's going to be Kobe. There was a gang of these high school dudes that just came out when we were teenagers and they didn't do it. So I was kind of like on the fence with the shit. And then he didn't really get no run that first year. So it was like, oh man, they about to just dick him off. You know, that second year, he got it kind of popping and that was it. They had to trade Eddie Jones. You know what I mean? They had to get him up out of there.
That's why. And yeah, Eddie Jones was starting. He was starting.
He was an all-star.
Kobe was coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry West, bro, give it up to Jerry West. Jerry West said, hey, you know what? Check it out. He tells Shaq, he says, hey, Shaq, check it out, man. We're bringing in a fucking superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You are the fucking missing piece to this fucking ship right
to the
here,
dynasty.
Bro. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? We gonna and Shaq was like, and bro, they got rid of Vlade Divac, homie.
Yeah, we had to get him out of here.
Hey,
he wound up turning into the enemy because he went to Sacramento.
Yeah, but everybody loved Divac, bro. Even though he smoked cigarettes right before games and shit. You know what I mean?
That's what's funny is like with basketball, just a sidetrack off of Kobe, but just still stay on the Kobe shit. Like when I was little, like 4 or 5 years old in the early 80s, you would still see dudes on the sideline smoking cigarettes in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they had to ban like the NBA players from smoking cigarettes during the time they were playing. Because it was like, yo, like, you know, you just played a whole quarter, then you sit on the sidelines and you light up a motherfucking Marlboro and post up for a few minutes. You know what I mean? And then put that bitch out and then check back in right off the cigarette. So like the NBA was like, nah, we can't do that. You know what I mean? But just goes to show you the kind of like, I think the atmosphere that he came from in Europe, that's all they did. You know what I'm saying? Like they smoked cigarettes. That's a part of the culture and shit. So Vlade brought that international culture. But you really look at it, Kobe is like our first international star. He's from fucking Italy. You know what I'm saying? Spoke Spanish. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't like really an American. He was raised in another fucking continent and then brought here. And then everyone's like, oh, Kobe, this is American. Nah, Kobe's like our real first international star, dude. Like as far as basketball go. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard. I mean, he went to high school in Philly, right?
Facts.
He
He was born. He
was born in Italy because his pops is military.
Lived there till he was 8. Nah, his dad was a professional player. His dad played in the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, his dad played in the league.
Was his pops military?
Nah, his dad.
That's Shaq's pops is military.
Shaq's dad.
Okay.
So Shaq is an international player too, if you really look at it. Dominique Wilkins, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we Americans, but he was born somewhere else, motherfucker.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So where were you at, bro? Everybody tells a story. Like, where were you at, bro, when you heard the news? How did it fucking get filtered your way, bro?
I was sitting at the studio with my homie Amir from high school, Amiri Dialect from my music group. And we was talking. Y'all good. Yeah, we was talking and
hit that shit, homie. This ain't the pan, homie.
I know, but look how you feel. Man, come on, man. Nah, you know what? It's that it's the rap. It's because it's on that.
Oh, you don't like this?
Nah.
This is
yeah.
What is this?
Perfume. That's that perfume I call it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
what are you smoking, bro?
Just a regular unflavored diamond.
Yeah.
And I usually smoke Swisher Leafs.
Yeah.
Now they got the Leafs that are like backwards, but they smoke way
you just a
better.
professional smoker, though, dog. There's levels to this shit.
Nah,
homie.
not that.
You know what I mean? I just make it easy and get the blunt wrap. I don't want to do all that. I'm just
fucked up, so I gotta like watch my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I be training and coaching kids and like this martial arts shit. I gotta keep my wind up, bro. You know?
Oh, you
never know who's gonna fight you.
Yeah, no,
you know
for sure,
so
dog.
I don't want to be smoking that shit and then like boop boop boop. Get
What's
boop
the
real quick.
difference? Well, hold on, homie. We going off on a different subject. What's the difference, though, bro? It's both got nicotine, homie.
Nah, if that shit sticks to a straw, bro. This shit has tobacco inside of it. Way different.
Okay.
That shit is on. That's like that's like wallpaper, bro. You like fill some wallpaper up and you put the blood in that shit. This shit got actual tobacco in
Damn, homie. You're gonna have me stop smoking these, dog. Because I'm about the health too, bro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, homie, I check it out, bro. It doesn't matter, homie. Nicotine is nicotine. I don't give a fuck if it's got wallpaper glue on it, dog, and perfume and all that shit. We still gonna die. We keep smoking this shit.
We don't need to smoke Sherm if we ain't smoking Sherm, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna do it right. I mean,
let's do it right, bro.
Yeah, I got you. So go ahead, finish your story.
Health and investments, you feel me?
I get it,
make
bro.
sure you good. You got kids out here, you got dogs, you got family and shit. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Smoke another 25 years healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amen to that.
I'm cutting these off too. Like I've been hitting the bong more and just, you know, but I hit the sauna like 3-4 times a week. So
what do you feel like that sauna is doing for you?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything, man.
Joe Rogan talks a lot about that sauna.
I'm sitting that shit for an hour. Sitting in for an hour. And I do push-ups, I do sit-ups, jumping jacks.
Inside the sauna?
Dips.
You're that dude, huh?
Yeah.
You're that dude working out in the
Not
sauna.
even going too crazy, but I do like 15, 20 dips.
Hey.
10, 15 push-ups, 25 jumping jacks.
Why can't you just chill like everybody else, though, bro?
Sun don't freeze, baby. You know what I mean?
Hey, homie, don't tell me you're that dude in the gym, though, bro. That fucking gets out of the shower, homie. You're blow drying your nuts with the blow
that's
dryer.
That weirdo shit. I'm not 90. I'm not 90 yet. Them old men, they like get out the shower and then they go stand under the shit. That's just nasty.
Yeah, bro.
No, I don't do that.
I mean, Asians do that shit, dog. I mean, shout out to all my Asian brothers, but man, tell your pops to chill the fuck out already. You know what I mean?
Like with the gym I go to, there's a lot of Armenians. It's over there in Glendale.
Okay.
So there's a lot of older dudes that do that. And I think that's kind of like their therapy too. These motherfuckers will be just in there like, yo, I'm posted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, bro, like, I don't need to see you blow drying your nutsack, fool. Like, put that shit away, dog.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
And then you got them weirdos and they're like,
right? Potpourri. Potpourri.
Oh man. Hey. Finish your story.
Okay, so yeah, where was I with the Kobe shit? I was sitting down in the studio. My homie Amir came through. He was rolling some weed. He had some trash weed. I was like, bro, like, you got to take that back to the shop. I literally had said that. And then I opened my Twitter and I seen in all caps, somebody said, Kobe Bryant is dead. And I was like, wait, what? And I immediately just hit my timeline and I started scrolling like, hold up, wait. And then I started seeing, fuck, it's confirmed. And I was like, nah, what the fuck is this? So I got off of Twitter and I went on my computer and I went to ESPN first. And I didn't see shit on ESPN. And I kept refreshing like, yo, ESPN is going to have the news first. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking, I was like, how's everybody finding this out? I went on Facebook. I seen one post. And then I was like, yo, let me go back on Twitter. And then when I went on Twitter, somebody had it on TMZ. And I was like, fuck. what the fuck? It was like Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. And I was like, nah, no, wait, no. Oh, no. It was like, I couldn't, even now, like, I can't even grasp that shit. I was like, yo, he died, what? And then I just kind of kept reading, and then it started getting real. And then once I read this shit on TMZ, I was like, yeah, this could be real, but fuck them. And then it was like his daughters died. And I was like, nah, no way. And I called my homie who's cousins with Vanessa Bryant. Like, I went to high school with this cat. So I called him. He didn't answer. I was like, yo, dude, like, did your nieces die or anything? Like, are you good? Like Vanessa Bryant died, the Kobe whole family died. Like, I just hit him up and he didn't answer. And then I looked on the news, and then all of the shit started pouring in on every major outlet. It was like Kobe Bryant passed away. And then me and the homie literally just sat in silence. We were shocked. I was like, yo, Kobe Bryant died. I had to tell myself that shit like 100 times. Like, I literally said that shit like 100 times. I was just sitting in the studio like, Kobe Bryant's dead. Like, it didn't make any kind of like sense to me. And then once they were like, his daughter died, that shit, I lost it. Cause I was like, fuck, Kobe passed. Like, I was sick already. But it was still processing. But once they said his daughter died, that shit broke it. Like, I just started crying like crazy. I was like hella emotional. I started hitting up my seeds. Like, I was fucked up. You know, I was like, damn, dude, like, he died with his best friend in the entire world. Like, you know what I mean? And I started thinking of like the scenario, like, you in a helicopter, fucking, it's going down. You know, one of my homies is an Army Ranger. He fell out of a helicopter. He fucking hit his head and fucking he got discharged because, you know, motherfucker fell like hella far and like was fucked up, you know? So I was like, damn, like, even you falling out of helicopter, like, that shit could fuck you up. And he didn't even fall far. It was like 14 feet. He had the helmet on, all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was in Afghanistan. And then I was like, bro, like, if a fucking helicopter is like going down fast, what can you do? You can't jump out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get hit by them, shredded by them propellers and shit.
I figured he held his daughter, and he just held everybody. They probably just all held each other and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
So Sunday, bro. Ah, man, I've been working fucking like a madman. I've been working 610s, dog. I mean, and so Sunday, I said Sunday morning was my day off, bro. I had so much shit to do, dog. I had to, get up. I want to hit the gym, bro. I had a podcast, homie. I had a tattoo session, homie, coming through. You know what I mean? I got my kids, bro. You know what I mean? Got to make time for my babies, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's my only day off. So it's just like, fuck, homie. But first and foremost, I always want to take care of my mental, dog. You know what I mean? And so I got to hit the gym, dog. You know what I mean? Because if I don't hit the gym, it'll be in the back of my head the whole day. Like, oh, I hit it later. You know what I mean? Right. You know what it does to you, dog. You know, it's therapy, bro. You know what I mean? Facts. And especially because, like your homegirl said a little while ago, you know what I mean? I can be mad aggressive. I can be mad aggressive sometimes, dog. You know what I mean? You gotta get that out. So yeah, so I hit the gym and I feel like $1 million, and I come and I'm just like, all right, cool. I mean, it's downhill from here now. You know what I mean? And so I'm good right now, bro. And so fucking I go
squad. We got this. Squad.
Yeah. You can go ahead and cut it in the middle.
We're gonna hold you down. Nah, baby, ain't content, baby.
Okay. Hey, I see, there I go, dog. I need to hit that shit. Here I am trying to micromanage some fucking shit, dog. You know what I mean? You know, but anyway, so
that just reminded me of your honey bun story.
The honey bun story. Scandalous, but that ain't who I am now, though, bro. That was savage mode, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's a last piece of chicken left, homie. What the fuck we gonna do, dog? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyways, dog. Fucking, I go to the gym and I get on the bike. I'm gonna do 20 minutes on this fucking bike, dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I start getting it in, dog. And meanwhile, dog, I'll pop open the social media and shit, bro. You know what I mean? And I peeped it out and shit, bro. And I was just like, you know what? One of those posts came up. Kobe Bryant's RIP, something like that. I said, man, these motherfuckers, man, need to stop playing with this internet, dog.
Right.
You just start playing these games, homie, because I've seen that shit on several individuals, dog, that weren't passing, homie. And I said, this ain't, and every time I see that, bro, it doesn't matter where they stand in my life or in my heart or if I fuck with them or not, dog, I don't like it, bro.
Yeah, that Hulk shit.
I don't like that shit, dog.
Death, like,
yeah, don't play with that shit. Respect
when
it,
you
homie.
have people that like in your life that you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? Like being a part of the loss, you know what I'm saying? On the front lines of loss, like homies dying in my arms and like bleeding out. Like motherfuckers will never experience that shit.
Yeah.
So don't play with the shit like it's funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even joke one of my enemies being dead. Because there's a respect in life and shit. And you learn that shit when you really like going at it with people. You know what I'm saying?
To hear about, for me as an individual, it's the character of person I am, dog. I mean, and I'm fueled with a lot of flaws, dog. That I'm ironing them out over the years, but since day one, it doesn't matter who passed, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I didn't fuck with them, I didn't fuck with them, dog. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, if it was a fuck them, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that. It really had to take a lot if I really thought the dude was a piece of shit. And it's like, you know what? You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
Fuck that dude. He's where he needs to be at. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really think of not even close to a handful of times, and I've been around a lot of people that passed. But anyways, dog, I see that shit, dog, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dog. I go to YouTube, bro. You know what I mean? I type in ba 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 ba. Homie. You know what I mean? You know, and I see a couple people doing a live stream, homie, and I said, damn, homie, this shit's kind of got around, and these motherfuckers are trying to catch some new subscribers, bro.
Right.
They're just playing these stupid games that social media does, dog, because not everybody has the proper etiquette or whatever you call it, dog. You know what I mean? Social media fucking, you know what I mean? What you know what I mean? And
the discourse.
Yeah, bro, you know what I mean? And so I was just like, I'm still searching though, bro. I see a couple things.
Right.
See a couple people. You know, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. But I want to see something. I want to see facts. I mean, I want to see something with you know what I mean? You know, the news. You know what I mean? CNN, dog. You know what I mean? And so
like some concrete shit.
Yeah, bro. So what I do, homie, is I go to fucking I Google it instead of going to YouTube, bro. I Google it,
right?
And a New York Post, homie. You know, TMZ, bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean? Reputable fucking news media platforms, bro.
Right.
Where we get informed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, get the fuck out of here. And there's this dude next to me, dog, and he's just getting it, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know the fool, but I just like, I was so in disbelief. I wanted someone else to see it. And I turn my phone and I go, hey, bro, he had headphones on. And he turns to me and he goes, you know what I mean? He goes, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? And I said, I go like this. He goes, nah. And it just like, bro, like he just fucking, he kept pedaling, but he started searching. I'm searching.
Right.
And man, bro, I know when I showed it to him, dog, I had tears in my eyes already, dog. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I was that dude on that fucking, I mean, my eyes were bloodshot. I sent it to my girl. I sent it to someone else. Anyways, you know what I mean? Fucking yeah, bro. You know what I mean? That shit. I came home. I came home to the gym, dog, and I told our 11-year-old dog, you know what I mean? And she's a big Kobe Bryant fan, dog. You know what I mean? That she has the jersey, and you know what I mean? She always talks about Kobe Bryant being her favorite player, you know?
Right.
But anyways, she's only 11 years old, bro. You know what I mean? But I just grabbed my girls and we said a prayer. I mean, we said a prayer for his family, dog. You know, and since this whole week, bro, I have been absolutely 150% obsessed with everything that's being put up. Facts from NTSP, National Transportation Service, whatever it is, the one that investigates the shit.
Right.
I have been really, really engaged. I've been consumed by it all week because I was just like, damn, you know, we didn't lose a basketball player. I mean, we lost a brother, we lost a father. And you know what I mean? We lost
fucking hero.
Yeah, fucking hero, bro. It's someone that gives us inspiration and shit, dog. You know what I mean? And then his daughter, bro, it's just like, man, homie.
Like we're watching like history repeat itself in such more of a pure way with her. You know what I'm saying? Like him loving the game, him loving the game through her again, you know, him just having conversations like, yo, like, I didn't even really watch basketball anymore until she developed the interest in it, and it got me to look at it through a different lens, because now he's watching the game through her eyes and teaching her through her, you know what I mean? And that was the beautiful thing, to just watch her develop and actually like build a rapport amongst other young women, little girls who actually were looking at her on Instagram as an inspiration and following her footsteps and all that shit. It was like a beautiful thing to watch. Like, yo, like Gigi like has all these little girls going hard and playing hard and wanting to be like fucking as strong as they could. And, you know, she wanted to carry on the legacy for her father. And like her other sisters didn't have the opportunity either because they're too young and they didn't develop that yet. Or the oldest daughter, she's already an accomplished volleyball player. She already found her passion. She wanted to do something different that was under a different microscope and shit. So, you know, for Kobe to take the L was like, fuck. And then your daughter, that's your best friend. Like, that's the shit I still can't get over. Because every time I look at a picture of them together, it's like, yo, like, you know, you lost your, like, damn. How did that, like, I wonder where his mind was when that was like, you know, that's the shit. I'm like, fuck, like, was he holding her while the plane, like the helicopter was crashing? Like, did they all hug each other? Like, what, like, did he try to like save each other? Did he like, you know, like what happened? Was there explosion? Like, I didn't even want to see it. There was people trying to send like tweet a fake helicopter around, and that shit had me pissed. And I was like confronting friends and people started making jokes about like the announcer lady who was saying fucking stupid shit, you know what I mean? And like, it was like, yo, y'all are taking all the focus off of this shit. Like, this ain't a joke, man. Kobe's just passed away. Like, his daughter just passed away. 9 people just fucking died. You know what I mean? And like, this is a worldwide story and y'all are making fun of it because nobody that's affected to you died. So guess what? Like, when your mom's sick, y'all gonna laugh on your post. And then how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't like treat life like that.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't really see too much like that, bro. Is all I seen was outpouring love, homie. So much love, bro.
There was a lot of hate, man.
I didn't, you know what, bro? Honestly, bro, I haven't seen none of that, dog. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I haven't seen none of that, dog. You know what I mean?
Made me sad because right after it was just, you know, the rape victim. Like, you know, it was like all of these white dudes and fucking women just started coming out bashing Kobe. Oh, the rapist, like, you know, like.
So they're saying like, he got what he had coming. That's karma. Is that what they're saying?
A comedian actually was standing in front of Charlotte's fucking arena, and he said some foul ass shit about Kobe Bryant passing away. He lost fucking his the agency he was working with dropped him. He's getting all kind of death threats. Like, shit is real for him right now. And he's done like fucked up stuff too. Like, he picked up some workers from Home Depot and he dropped them off at ICE. Like, he's done fucked up shit as a human being.
Well, check
you know
this.
What I mean?
Check
so
it
you
out,
just have like a bunch of people out there doing
Let's do this.
Shit, you know?
Let's do this right now, dog. Because honestly, dog, that shit is kind of killing my vibe right now, dog.
Right.
Let's focus on the positive shit. Let's focus on all the good shit, dog. You know what I mean? Of what's been, you know, what Kobe has given to us, bro. What he's taught us, homie. Let's focus on the good shit. Fuck the haters, bro. They're always gonna be there, dog. They're always gonna fucking be there, dog. You know what I mean? But all this week I've been listening to shit, and everybody has had just amazing stories. Like, I thought I knew the dude, you know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody is now sharing their personal fucking stories about Kobe Bryant, dog. You know what I mean? And this dude was he was one of a kind, bro. He was one of a kind. I mean, he was fuck, man. You know, one thing, you know, when him and Shaq had their little beef and shit, you know, I mean, I sided a little bit on Shaq's side, dog. You know what I mean?
Of course you did. Because you was tall and big. And you
I mean, I identified with Shaq.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, no, bro. You
look at him, bro. Talk about, let's not talk about that's killing my vibe. And then you go right into the
but I'm just saying though, bro, like, he is taught it, but you could never, what I'm getting at is you could never, I know you are, bro. And bro, like, he taught us no matter what, fool, if you fuck with them or not, bro, he taught you to work hard, homie. To work hard, homie. Like, you knew, homie, that nobody worked harder than Kobe because it was just a fact, bro.
I thought it was always the coming through part, because if you really look at LA, and I'll tell you a real LA story, you know what I mean? Like, the gang I was affiliated with for a long time had some enemies that, you know, we don't rock with. And Shaq's family, the dude Jerome, rock with those dudes. You know what I'm saying? So Shaq was like influencing them. You know what I'm saying? Like with money and like favors and shit. So it was making.
Hey, bro, this story better not kill my vibe again, bro.
This is a great story, bro. Like,
I'm just fucking with you, dog.
It's a great story, right?
Hey, I'm just fucking with you because you felt like a who banged down you, homie.
With you,
and then you hit me back on that shit. What the fuck, bro? fool.
Hey man,
He's a fool.
hey, we gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make this shit entertaining, baby.
Hey, nah, homie, but you really felt that way,
Nah, not at all. It's all chess.
And then
it's all chess.
Yeah, I know that you, homie. You know what I mean? We ain't got no motherfucking soft batch.
Nah, I thought
soft batch cookies on this motherfucking
I thought it was just
podcast,
funny
homie.
how you was like, it's killing my vibe. Then he was like, yo, the Shaq beef though. Like,
oh shit! All right, you're right about that.
That shit made me laugh.
Nah,
but,
I mean, you got me slipping on that one, dog. You know what I mean?
We gotta
but now you're talking some gangbanging stories, homie.
I'm gonna tell you some real LA shit because this is LA street shit. This is dedicated to LA street shit, right?
Let's go.
So Shaq was, he had some influence with these dudes, and it was making our struggle a little more difficult on the street level because
real shit, huh?
He was getting, giving
them some money.
Yeah, so they, so a lot of my homies was like taking L's in different ways, and they was kind of like, popping, and they were a smaller unit, so it made it like kind of real, like, around the same time, Kobe and Shaq had the whole thing with the rape stuff and all of that other shit. Kobe went out and said that shit about Shaq, like, oh, well, you be fucking bitches too, or whatever, publicly.
That's when I was mad about Kobe.
So this was what happened.
But we trying to stay positive.
So there's a dude that I won't name, but he had influence as far as like telling Shaq, like, yo, well, like if you really want to make a move, like we could whack Kobe. And those enemies that we didn't function with was on the front lines of like actually going to assassinate Kobe Bryant, and Shaq literally stopped the move. He was like, nah, I'm good. Like, don't do that, dude. And if any of y'all are watching, y'all could look that shit up. Like, just look up Kobe Bryant assassination, like Shaq, blah, blah, it'll pop up. But it's a real time story. And this is like, crazy, this is my neighborhood where I grew up at, and these fools are walking distance.
And what part of town is it?
South Central.
South Central LA, okay.
I grew up in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? So, there's only one area over there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it was just one of them things, and that just showed you how real Shaq's influence was at the same time, but it just showed you how powerful Kobe was, because it was like, yo, like, you got some dudes from the street that are gonna assassinate this fool, and he just got us a chip, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there was other dudes that were like, yo, if that's gonna go down, like, we got Kobe's back. You know what I mean? There was other units that was like, yo,
that's crazy. Dog.
We'll talk about it more off of camera, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Yeah. This the inside, inside fucking scope right here, bro. You know what I mean?
That shit.
Hey, you know what?
Was dangerous for him.
When you first started telling me that, I said, motherfucking Shaq, man, he playing all sides of the fence.
Facts.
He'd be right there with the sheriffs, like fucking Miami sheriff or some shit like that.
Yeah, Louisiana and shit.
Yeah, next thing you know, he's fucking chipping off fucking some neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Got him on the squad, homie.
Look at his wife now. She just opened up a dispensary.
Yeah,
she just opened up a weed shop on fucking VH1. You know they do that basketball wife shit. His wife is like all in the weed game.
That's where the
like Shaq always been one hand away from some street shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of basketball players, that's the most accessible street like dude is a basketball player. That's why through the history of sports, you've seen hella dudes who are hoopers with connects, like Jared Ryder. This is another good Kobe story. Kobe used to, Kobe played with Jared Ryder. They had their one-on-one. Kobe cooked him, blah, blah, blah. Jared Ryder used to hang out with me and some of my homies at Leimert Park. I was a part of Project Blow for so many years. And before Laker games, you could pull up to Leimert and Jared Ryder would be out there smoking a blunt with us. And then literally within 30 minutes have to fly to the Forum, fly down Crenshaw to the Forum.
Go get a game.
You know what I'm saying? Go get a game. And that's why he'd be late to certain games. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like that actually started a lot of beef on the Lakers because Kobe was like, yo, like you could be the next fucking Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like you out here smoking weed, blah, blah, blah. Like, and they had like a lot of issues. I know that because my mom worked at the Forum from 95 until it closed. And then she worked at the Staples until 2012. So I was at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom is family to these, you know what I'm saying, to these peeps and shit, from the Kings to the Clippers to the Lakers. Like, we had relationships and shit. So I was lucky to like have my mom's work there and be like, Mom, I'm coming to the game. Boom. You know what I mean?
That's tight, though.
Yeah,
but that's super tight, my boy.
But at the same time, like, you have a lot of you have a lot of other crazy stories with Kobe too. Just, him just contributing to like youth basketball and like pulling up like in the middle of South Central and like hooping with cats and you know what I mean? Like being in Alhambra at 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, and playing basketball there in the mornings and shit. And like nobody even knew, you know what I mean? And then once everybody found out, like fools were trying to go there early in the morning, so he would go like at 11:30 at night. You know what I mean? Always trying to find somewhere to, to hoop, because he lived in San Marino for a bit before he moved to Orange County. You know what I'm saying? So like,
San Marino got nice ass houses too,
facts.
bro. It's like in the fucking fucking Pasadena, San Marino, fucking Alhambra, dog. That motherfucker, that piece of land right there, bro, is, you know what I mean? Fucking nice right there, bro. Yeah.
Nice.
Got that money to live right there.
That's a nice area.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, fuck, dog. That was dope, dog. Those
either way, a few Kobe stories.
Yeah, a few Kobe stories. That's dope, dog. You know what I mean? So I don't want to we got another guest coming. Hey, shout out to everybody tapped in right now. We appreciate you, motherfuckers. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. You know, hey, leave some comments. If you want to call in, I have a phone number you can call in. You can share your Kobe stories. You know what I mean? Like this is all love right here. You know what I mean? It's just not me and the homie SPEC right here sharing thoughts and stories. You know what I mean? It's you guys too. You guys are a part of us, man. You know what I mean? And you know, we got nothing but love for you guys. Thank you guys for, you know what I mean, tapping in. The few that are tapped in right now. And man, LA culture, man, is enriched with Lakers. You know what I mean? Laker pride, Laker nation, bro. Like that shit is a part of our DNA out here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we don't we don't got a football team for a gang of years, you know what I mean? Dodgers are always cool, but they fucking leave us hanging in the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Right before the World Series, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, but
like they're supposed to.
Hey, but
I ain't a Dodger fan. So
hey, but the Lakers, bro.
I'm a Laker.
The Lakers, homie. Damn, bro. You know what I mean?
We lost last night.
Yeah, and you know what, bro? Check it out. Let's talk on that real quick, and let me share my thoughts with you on that, dog.
Yeah.
You know what, bro? As we should have, homie.
Yeah.
As we should have, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bro, it's not fair, homie. It's not fair for any team to have to walk into that environment, bro.
Facts.
That's, you know what, bro? When I seen that shit, I felt bad for the Trailblazers, homie. And I said, damn, homie, you know what I mean? Like, this massive tribute, one of the fucking best players in the fucking NBA history, bro. You know what I mean?
In the modern era, top 10 players.
Yeah, being fucking tributed, bro, at his death, homie, that happened a week ago, bro. Like, it's so fucking huge. And then you got the Trailblazers, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you know what, dog? Mm-hmm. I'm glad they won, homie, because it would have been all, I would have felt bad for them, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Laker fan, dog, but damn, they come in there and the fucking, the Lakers demolish them. You know what I mean? It would have
felt too fairy tale-ish for me. And I think, like,
it played itself right.
It's easier for somebody on the road to come in and, like, not have to really, like, deal with that. Like, that didn't happen to the Trailblazers. As much as they respect and love Kobe, like, Kobe wasn't a Trailblazer. Kobe gutted the Trailblazers for 65, beat them in the playoffs hella times. Like, ain't no real, you know what I'm saying? Like, Damian Lillard, like, fuck with Kobe, but even he said, like, damn, I was scared to reach out. I didn't reach out and hit him up enough. So that just shows, like, the distance in a relationship. It's easier to walk into, like, enemy territory because you know you with your homies. You know what I mean? If the dudes at home kind of, like, you distracted, food's right here, the family, the house is right here, you know, everything's comfortable and shit. And then, you know, just that kind of tribute, LeBron crying before Quinn Cook, JaVale, like, you know, the whole fucking arena is in tears.
Yeah, that shit was tough,
you ain't gonna win that game. You ain't gonna win that game, man. That's I don't expect any team to win that game. Like, when Brett Favre did that shit when his dad died, like, that was like some rare ass shit. Like, it's very hard to, like, hold yourself together when something great happens to you, like, for real. Like, you don't see it happen often.
I'm glad that you know, the Lakers, they were like, come on, homie. Like you said, they're crying, bro. They're emotionally spent, homie. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's that was a tough game, and it played out the way it was supposed to play out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Check it out. So Kobe and Vanessa had an agreement to never fly a helicopter together. Well, what I got, the quote was to never fly together. I think they meant a helicopter, because I'm sure they took many plane rides together,
for
vacations
sure.
and whatnot. You know what I mean? You know, but to never ride a helicopter, because they knew, obviously, with that agreement, they knew the danger in surviving from a helicopter to a regular airplane.
For real.
You know,
I feel like a helicopter is just like a fast ass tin can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with some legs on it.
So fucking this dude that was driving the helicopter dropped to a level. So they were only supposed to be flying that helicopter a VFR, I believe. I think I don't want to fuck that up, but they're only supposed to be drive a helicopter for when you could only see the land. Right. And there's two ways to drive a helicopter. You drive by seeing where you're flying, and then you have instruments. Okay, so when you have to go to instruments on flying a helicopter, it's because you are visually impaired. Right. You cannot see what's around you, so you rely on all these things that are taking whatever they're doing supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Diagnostics on the air and pressure and all that shit.
All that shit.
Right.
You know? So this helicopter company that's been around for a long time, you know what I mean? Kobe has been taking this helicopter for, I think, his whole career. Right. This same dude has been driving them this whole career. This isn't some regular dude. Like, these dudes really have spent a lot of time together. They know each other. Right. You know what I mean? You know, so they got in a point in the weather, bro, where you had to rely 100% on instruments. Right. And also this helicopter didn't have a device, VAR. I don't know what it is, but it's something. What's that? All right, tell me to come in. What up, big dog? What's cracking, G? Come on in, dog. We got our guest. We got the crew chief. Yeah. You ready to go, dog? You want to get in? Yeah, but anyway, no. But this is the part where we're talking about the helicopter right now, homie.
Yeah, we need you right now. You
want to speak on that or what?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hey, homie, don't be stage fright, bro.
Yeah, no stage fright.
This is your seat right here.
I was gonna give a shout out to Chevron, but when I walked in, there was a beer right there.
Oh, you want some beer?
No, you know, I don't like coming empty-handed, so I was like, man.
What you call? You want an alcoholic beverage or what? Yeah. All right, I'll get you. My son will get you right here. Yeah. Hey, we just got the fucking Black Hawk, ex-military helicopter crew chief. Hey, get on in here, big dog.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. These are your headphones right there. Go ahead and put them.
Joker, man.
Nice to meet you.
Shit, my boy.
Been a long time, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Know what I mean? The cold one. That's the best ones are cold ones.
Hey, make them a mixed drink.
So you didn't even have to go in detail. Son already know what time it is.
Yeah, no, he knows what time it is. Hey, I want everybody to give it up to the homie Bryant Alvarez. He's a ex-military Black Hawk helicopter crew chief. Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
That's respect. Thank you for your service.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, thank you for your service, big dog. You know what I mean? So we were talking about, I was telling, we were going about the helicopter, and you came at the perfect fucking time, my boy. You know what I mean? But so Kobe Bryant has been flying with this same helicopter and the same dude for almost his entire career. You know what I mean? He didn't want to be stuck in traffic. He had to find a way. What way can I spend as much time as possible with my family, even though they are fucking away from their family so much just from traveling and basketball, and being the fact that fool was a fucking a freak when it came into training and you know what I mean? That was his best way to manage his fucking time, his transportation and time, taking that helicopter. He's been fucking with this dude for 20 years. They know each other, you know what I mean? I was saying that from watching the news channels that this company wasn't allowed, they didn't have the certificate to fly in weather when you just relied 100% on instruments.
Yeah, you know, I'll start off with this passing, bro. You know, whenever I hear about people passing with either airplane or helicopter, anything, aircraft accidents, it really hits home, you know what I mean? And that goes back to like my military career. You know, I've seen a lot, done a lot, and that's where like it just, man, I know what the family's going through. I know what I went through. And then I just kind of shut down. And me and my old lady were talking about that. Did you watch that last night? I said, no. My son texted me, hey, Pops, hey, did you watch the Laker game? I said, no. I said, you already know, you know what I mean? And he didn't bother me because it's not only because his figure, that's Kobe Bryant, you know, his daughter, the family, you know, it's just the fact it starts off with aviation, you know, that's my heart. I'm still doing it, you know. So 20 some years, well, 20, I think 20 years I've been in the aviation industry, from military and civilian. It hits home. And I caught a couple things, like I think I even shot it to you either on like through YouTube or Instagram. Everybody posting everything, you know. So there was one interview that I believe it goes back with Kobe and the reason why he started flying. And that's what touched me, because he put his family and kids first. When Vanessa was like, "Hey, I'll go pick him up from school," he goes, "Nah, I got him. I'm gonna get pretty much like I'm gonna get done practicing this time. I'm gonna jump on the helicopter. I'm gonna make it over here, and I'm gonna pick up my daughters from school."
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do, was pick them up from school, because he knew when he was away traveling, road games, doing other things, he was away from his family.
Losing time.
So he put his family first.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said that, I was like, I'm by myself in the room. I could, you know, homies get feelings too, you know. So kind of like, it's like,
It's all right, bro. You
you know what
cried,
I mean?
homie.
Like, hey, you know what I mean?
cried.
Like,
It ain't weak to
I
cry
think it was a
at
little
all.
dusty.
Hey, you looked out the window and
you
make
know,
sure there's no cops out
you
there.
know, the maid hasn't been at the pad cleaning for a while, so a little dusty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
You
you know what I mean?
You got some dust in your eyes. I mean, it's
Dusty,
okay.
you know what I
though.
mean? So I was like,
but you know what I mean. I can see why your eyes are tearing, but that screaming, homie. No,
no, it's like, so when he said that, I was like, damn. You know, I started thinking about my shit. You know, started bringing back memories, shit I witnessed. You know, so it's like, but as a father, and then it's, you know, all girls. He had all girls.
Right.
So that's even, you know,
yeah,
I mean, even my youngest, a little boy, man, that kid ruthless. We throw down. He's only 17 months, but even with him, like, it's like I do everything for him. I do everything for my family, my kids. You know, so when he said that, that shit hit home. So when that happened, that just added more to it. So pretty much the last week or so, I kind of shut off on all that. I would pick up things here and there, dudes at work, you know, kind of always talk about stuff like that. And I think a week prior, we actually just lost a crew in Australia. It's like one of our sister companies. I didn't know about it until recently, like past few months. Like Australia, they have worse fires than California.
Yeah.
Their whole fucking country is burning up, bro.
Yeah, lost like
And
almost 2 billion animals.
And
Fucked up.
I was like, what do you mean they got fire? There ain't nothing out there. But then like I started, you know, you only hear about certain things or watch certain things from the crocodile dude, you know what I mean? So it's like you don't understand. Like there's actually
crocodile dude.
fucking fires
What the fuck
out
is
there,
that?
you know what I mean?
Steve Irwin.
Oh, Steve Irvin.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Crocodile Hunter,
Man, what
rest
you
in
watching?
peace.
VHS, homie? Or what?
Shit, I had the
Let
little
me pop in this VHS of Steve Irwin right now.
after I rewinded in my little car right here on the side. You know?
Oh, remember those? Those were tight, dog. You had
So-
the fancy rewinder, homie.
So I was like,
Shit.
man, I always got extra charge at what was that Blockbuster? They always charge me extra over there and rewind my shit. You know? But you know, I was like, what? So our sister company,
Yeah.
the owner kind of got in a business with them not too probably the past year. So
Sister company of a company that you're working with
yeah,
right
so
now.
I'm working with. So the
Yeah.
owner kind of got in business with them. So what they do is they're pretty much firefighting. So they're from all the aerial aircraft, from planes and helicopters. They, whenever fires break out, they're supposed to come and support all that stuff. So they actually sent a crew out there. So the crew that passed away, they were actually 3 of them, and they're prior military. So that happened, and I was like, I get to work, and then people are, hey, did you hear about this? Nah. So I'm like, are you serious? But they didn't really announce it at work. So then after, like, you know, this is a week prior. So then Kobe thing hits my mom. I don't even know. I think it was with my baby boy. So mom's texting me, hear about Kobe? Nah, like, I'm busy. Stop bugging. You know, like, no, passed away. Man, ain't no, you hear that like, man, shut up.
Yeah.
We were talking
Mom,
about that, yeah.
my mom,
People
what?
playing
Hey,
games and shit. Yeah.
Mom, you at the bar? Like, how many drinking? How much you been drinking?
Yeah.
So when I seen it really hit, I was like, I just kind of like, oh, check it out later, So, but when I initially looked it up and really like seen the stuff on the news, it was one of them kind of memories, and I was like, all right. I started hearing more, like, and it's been out there that even the CHP, the sheriffs, they shut down their helicopters. They said they can't fly because of the weather.
Yeah.
And once they said that, I was pretty much fuck that pilot. And the guys are working. What you mean? You didn't make it either? No, I'm gonna tell you, man. Like that's one thing that was a hard transition from military to civilian and aviation is that in military, depend on their aircraft. I was Black Hawk crew chief mechanic for I think it ended up being about 15 years of my 20 years. So you have your two pilots, you either have your crew chief or sometimes two crew chiefs. Depends on where you're at. When you're deployed, you have two of them in the back. We're tight knit, man. When we go out there, or we got a mission, whether it's training or not, we go through a whole crew brief, and you discuss a lot of what could have, should have, what can happen. It's like, and if we get into this weather, it's all about your comfort level. So anytime someone in part of that crew, if you just, hey, I ain't feeling comfortable, man. I ain't feeling right. Okay. We're gonna turn back with what you got on your side. Can you find us a route out? We'll pull out because when it comes down to it, we're trusting each other. The pilots are seeing this and we're in the back and we can only see this, so we trust each other with our lives. They're on the controls. I can't jump up there and like, the hell you doing? Smack him in the back of the head as much as I want to, but it comes down to listening to us and trusting each other in there. So when that happened, I'm like, that's the problem with the civilian side is they normally don't. I mean, the medical evacuation for the most part, they get fly medics and sometimes they'll have the crew chief in there. But when it comes down to like that type of VIP service, they really don't. And it sucks because that would have been a great time to have an extra set of eyes in there.
Yeah, or like you said, to plan out your route.
Exactly.
100% check out the weather. You know what I mean? Like it's this time of the year. It's not, I mean, if the rain ain't down right now, you can tell when it's gonna rain. Everyone, when it's gonna rain in LA, everybody finds out like a motherfucker because they're like, hey, did you hear it's gonna rain tomorrow? You know what I mean? So the weather, rather than that, bro, it's fucking good weather, bro. You know what I mean? So they're thinking like, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, you're absolutely right, bro. They should have fucking and you said a VIP services. I'm good right now, bro. Thank you, Don. VIP services, man, they're not taking. I mean, you would think as much money as they're probably getting from these celebrities, bro, that they would take all the precautions, homie.
Exactly. And they get two seats, and up front. So it's like, hey, just throw an extra body up there, man. The mechanic, because you never know, and especially when it comes to helicopters, they were actually never the aerodynamics of it. They were never made to fly. And as I got more into it and more experience, I'm like, damn, how we stay up? We can't pull over on the cloud when our check engine light goes on.
Pull over on a cloud.
But the thing is too, with the aerodynamics of it, it's
just gonna drop out of the sky, right?
There's so
and
many,
a plane will just coast.
Yeah, and there's so many turning parts that like how we stay up we're floating in the air.
Right.
You're in with no forward movement. You could go to a hover, you're staying there. How does that happen? So that's why, like, when I say like the aerodynamics of it, when the Sikorsky brothers, when their family, when they started doing it, it really wasn't. Nobody ever thought like how are we going to keep this up in the air at a stationary position? And they've gone a long way. And I'm not. One thing that people need to understand though is that was that model and nowadays they are safe.
But it didn't have a TOS though.
So what that is, it tracks it tracks the terrain and stuff like that.
Terrain avoidance system.
Yeah,
TOS.
You'll get alarm, like you'll hear like, oh, pull up, and that comes to play, especially with the IFR, the instrument flight rules. So that's where the two differences. You have VFR visual flight rules, and IFR and instrument flight rules. And I don't, from my understanding, that he wasn't
licensed.
He had the FAA certificates for it, but the thing is that aircraft wasn't certified, and they didn't plan for it. So that I kind of came across something that said they were special VFR, and that all that special VFR is like if they come into some type of weather, precautions. And then I kind of the past probably about Tuesday or Wednesday, I came across some more things that if you look at the mapping, I came across some his route, and right across the freeway was the sheriff's helipad, the ones they said UAs ain't flying because of weather. And it was like a mile, it was like a mile away, probably on the other side. So they initially questioned, was he trying to go there? Well, you know what? If he was trying to go there, when he had radio contact, all he had to do was ask. Because if he wanted to go there, he wasn't going to interfere with the other I think there was, I don't know what airports out that way.
Van Nuys or something like that.
And
he went to Burbank, and then he went to Van Nuys, and then they said something else, which I wasn't sure because I don't understand 100% the lingo. Well, I'm just learning it. But yeah, so you're right. So then if he would have went there, he would have just probably after that called in to get there, and they would have that recording, right? Yeah. Just like they had the recording at the airports, bro. So so check it out, dog. I'm glad you said that, my boy, because people are speculating right now. Everyone's putting their 2 cents in right now, bro. But they're saying, hey, that was a mile away. Maybe he was trying to go there. You know what I mean? But you're saying if he did, then he would have called in, and there would be recording of that. So he wasn't trying to go there.
Yeah, and you don't know what's going through their minds, but kind of me, what the lady was like, well, what do you think? I was like, you know what? This dude's been doing this for some time. One thing that what my thought process was, even my active duty career, was, a lot of my command, hey, we get a new crew chief in. He's got 2,000-3,000 hours. I'm like, that don't matter. Well, what you mean don't matter? I said, let me look at his flight records first, because when we got during that time, probably when did everything kick off? Like 2003, maybe probably when I retired, like 2015. We were constant deployments, right? So when you're out there deploying, we were burning out, bro. Like I'm talking, like we're like, damn, we need some more crew chiefs. So what we were doing is we're bringing, I call them the average doe up. Hey, I'm gonna train you to be a door gunner. So these guys were gaining so many flight hours. So I used to tell them, flight hours don't mean nothing. And let me take him out. Let me do his evaluation. Let me train him, or let me see how he is first, and then we'll go from there. Because it was like my commander would be like, "Oh no, we get him quick up. He can start flying on his own because he's got 2,000 hours. I don't care." So that's how one of the things I'm trying to explain him why is like, I don't care how long he's been doing it for. He's a VIP. I consider him a VIP pilot. So now he's like, I got the superstar. I'm gonna get you out of this. And he kind of maybe have drifted away from the safety aspect of what we preach in aviation, safety first. So I don't know, but that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, and that came after.
You're thinking of his mental.
Yeah,
you know what? Like, you a superstar basketball player. I'm a superstar pilot. Check this shit out, and it went bad or something. Right?
And that's, that could have been
a chance, right?
He probably was like, I'm gonna get you out of this. I'm gonna get you out of this. So that's kind of that happens. You know what I mean? That happens with the average people. That are out there doing, like, if you I'm a badass pitcher. I got bases loaded 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. I'm gonna get us out of here. And like
I'm gonna throw a fastball down the middle. So
except for Kershaw, he'll choke because he choked the past 2 years. You know what I mean? Like anybody else, like, hey, I'm gonna get us out of this.
Yeah,
But
he's not good under pressure.
They become complacent. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm trying to like go at different avenues. Okay, well, I sit back. Okay, well, what else could have happened? But I'm like, if he really wanted to go to that helipad, because they showed the helipad and it was I think the sheriff's one of the sheriff's
Station, yeah.
right there. I'm like, it's lower ground, right on the side of the freeway. So even what's your intentions? Where are you going? And I think through that radio conversation, I kind of heard that. What's your intentions? Where you like to go? And they kind of put him in a holding pattern, which got me a little confused too, because he was. I don't know if he did he mention the weather? Like, you know, we used to call it like, oh, we're getting sucked in, which means, and that shit gets kind of wild when it happens. Like, hey, we got to fly this destination, whatever, and the weather just comes in. And now that's a good thing about having crew chiefs. We're in the back. We're like, damn, hey, sir, I got this clock position. I got a route out of here. You just may have to drop down like 500 feet. And the thing is that when you're talking to someone over the radio in a tower that don't have visual of you, and they're speculating off of their the data they get in the clouds. So they think, oh yeah, you should at 2,500 feet is the
what is the ceiling? What is the ceiling, bro?
So 2,500 feet is the ceiling. That means everything's clear. So the clouds are at 2,500 feet.
So the ceiling is 2,500 feet. So once you get above 2,500 feet, which is the ceiling,
you could be in the clouds.
Oh, you're going to be in the clouds. Is the ceiling in the clouds?
Yeah, so that's what they're talking about. So that's all clear. You hit the ceiling. That now you get into clouds, and that's when they talk about. You may hear a terminology called inadvertent IMC, which is you get in. You're kind of like disoriented, but in a way, but you have nothing visual. It's all instruments. Now you rely on instruments.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, I said something about
they didn't have the fucking they didn't have the certificate or whatever you call it, dog, for them to fly in using only instruments.
Yeah, it says although the pilot, or whatever his name is, was himself licensed to fly in low visibility situation, he should have been restricted to fly in inclement weather because of the license status of the company. Said that the company didn't have the license for bad weather. So that's where bad weather.
Even if they made it out, they would have pulled his certificates because of that.
Yeah.
Because he put himself in that.
But check it out. Flying with instruments is something that it takes practice, right?
Oh, they go through training. He was certified in that. It's constant training.
The company wasn't supposed to let them fly the helicopter in the first place. That's what they're saying.
Hey, bro. So let me ask you a question real quick. You can get in a helicopter right now and you can fly that bitch?
I can't. No. I probably could go up to a hover. It's been a while since I've been in a helicopter. But honestly, I could probably take it up to a hover.
Yeah.
But that's about as.
Yeah. So what does a crew chief do then?
Crew chief, technically, back we're like kind of like door gunners, mechanics.
Okay.
You know, pretty much like
you're a part of the crew, but you're not actually flying the helicopter.
We don't have control.
You're not a pilot.
Yeah, we don't have controls over it. You know, you have a lot of us crew chiefs / mechanics. We end up a lot of them end up going through like what they call warrant officer, and they become pilots, which is probably one of the best pilots that I fly with or I have flown with, because they turn wrenches.
Right.
They flew with us.
They know the whole stage.
They know it inside and out then.
Yeah. So when they're up there and I'll be like, hey, sir, better knock it off. Like, they listen. But when you get to the officers, like, you know, it's a little bit different story. Like they ain't been.
They entitled. They think they know it all and shit because they went to school or something. Like,
but you get, I think you get good ones that they know it's listen to your guys on the back. That's what they're here for, you know.
How do you like flying in helicopters? You love it?
I loved it, man. I loved it.
You love being in the air?
I do. But it also took a toll on me. Like there's time, like, I mean, flying for like throughout the day and come back, you're just like drained. Like, people don't realize like it is, man. It could be mentally draining, physically draining. You don't sit in the most comfortable seats, you know. Like my neck, back, all jacked up from all that, from all the years of flying, you know, and just being a mechanic. So, but I miss it because when I was stationed out here in at Fort Irwin past Barstow. That was, I'll tell you this story. So we always, I was most of my time I was what you call a standardization instructor, flight instructor. So I trained crew chiefs and flight medics. So when I get new ones in, or when I do their evaluations, I'm the one who did it. Like I went through all the like I trained them up to become so they could fly on their own. Like probably say kick them out the nest. I kick them out. They fly on their own without any instructor with them.
Because you are training them of how to be a co-pilot.
No, become a crew chief.
A crew chief.
Like, yeah, you couldn't just,
like play your role and shit.
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is why we're in this helicopter with these guys.
Yep. And you would, you would monitor everything just like a pilot. Sometimes we were better at it because as a mechanic, you knew how to troubleshoot. So if you see something going on, hey, keep your eye on that right there. Keep your eye on this gauge, because mechanics, you become a good mechanic. You know how to read things and troubleshoot, and you could become a great crew chief that way.
Yeah,
you could pick up on things just by even by hearing the engine tone. Be like, damn, man, ain't sounding right. Or one of my helicopters come in and you hear like this weird noise. Hey, go check this on that aircraft, and they'll be like, hey, just because you hear it constantly, you know how it sounds. Like I heard that problem before.
Yeah.
So one of when I was stationed here in Fort Irwin, I used to always when they would go through the progression of being a crew chief, once I knew, hey, it's your last flight, I'm gonna sign you off. You could jump on the schedule, do your own thing, right? So I used to try to do certain things for them. Hey, let's fly up to Santa Barbara. We'll go have lunch over there. I'll buy and we'll fly back. So before I was getting ready to change duty stations from there to Hawaii, I was like, hey, like, well, what you got to do? You got some training going on. Like my pilots, I'd always have to get with I got training. I'm gonna do this and that. But like, you know what? I got something special, man. I've been here almost 2 years and I still haven't flown around where I live at. So like, all right, where you want to go to? So I hit up my uncle. Hey, Theo, shoot me get your little GPS thing out. Shoot me the grid. We're gonna fly over there. So like, okay. So I'll be over this time. So we take off, fly down there. So I'm like, all right. And I think this kind of goes in line with what they were talking about with that flight. Kobe's flight was, you got helicopter routes, which means the helicopter routes will drop down at a lower level, and you pretty much follow like the freeways and main roads. So I think they even showed a diagram of that, the helicopter routes. So, I tell my pilot, hey, take the 15 south, hey, jump on like the 210, the 605 south. They're like, all right. I said, all right. So let me know when you get on the 605 south, because probably like 5 more minutes. You know what I mean? So I'm like texting my homies like, hey, I'm gonna come through. What do you mean you're coming through? Fucking get everybody outside. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Just go to the park right there. All the kids, everybody, and fucking look up.
That's like,
and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, what you talking about? So like, all right. So we get off, fucking. All right, hey, where we at? Like, all right, hey, slow down. We're going along the 605. All right, there's Beverly. Shoot. Hey, right here, where the boulevard coming up. Hey, right there. See that little park right there on the right? Jump over the wires and just go down to about 100 feet. Just hover. They're like, all right. Fuck, I see all the kids, like little cousin, everybody come out. Fucking like hang out, open the door, hang out. Usually I used to throw like candy at kids, but I was like man, like, nah. So I wave out. They're like all tripping out. I was like, hey, that's me. I was like, all right, fucking we bone out. So I always told them, like, you know what? I'll be the only homie that's ever flown in the neighborhood in a helicopter.
Hey, that's
and not get chased. And not get chased.
Hell yeah.
Not get chased.
That's what up, dog. You know what, dog? I just tripped out. I'm just looking at you talking, dog, and I'm like, this fool gonna pull up in a helicopter, dog. You know what I mean? A lot of homies, they pull up in a fucking battle ram, beat up ass G-Ride, or they pull up in a lowrider, and this motherfucker pulling up in a helicopter, dog. That's what's up, dog.
That shit, that was then I ended up getting change duty station to Hawaii, which was beautiful over there. But that was one of the things I'm glad I was able to do that, because that kind of like, we all got the family members, the homies, the good and the bad and the ugly. You know, I got family.
Hey, speaking of the ugly,
outside.
shout out to my son sitting in right now, dog. You know what I mean? That's my son right there, dog. It's Jules.
You
What
know,
up, fo?
Shout out to Jules.
Hey.
Shout out to Jules, man. Making the
Salute.
mixed
Thanks for the
drinks,
drinks.
baby.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
DJ
Oh, my
Mix
bad,
Drink.
dog. I heard
Nah,
ugly
no,
and I was
you
like,
know what I
oh
mean?
shit, my son right there. Nah.
You know, so it was one of them things like you know, yeah, I mean, we all got a homie that probably end up going to law enforcement. You know, I got a couple of them, but
Yeah.
for that to happen, like it was like I still go down there and a little kid. Now they're grown. Like this was probably, damn. When did that leave over? So I had to be like 2009. So these kids are grown already. Like I'm in high school and they still remember that. Like, hey, remember this and that? Like, yeah, I was about 80 pounds lighter, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, it was cool though, you know.
Hey,
And
go ahead, my boy. I'm sorry.
I always tell them, you know, you guys are lucky. What you mean? I said, when I was in Kosovo, you know, we used to fly in these little certain towns, had to either drop off dignitaries or drop off a team for something, right? And it got to a point where they were used to us coming in, so the kids would run out and try to beg for stuff, and that has to do with the previous crews that came through. Sometimes they would hand them MREs or whatever. So now they're like, give me. So, and I guess the crews before us, they got pallets of soccer balls. So they would go to the spots, kick soccer balls for the kids. So now we come in. We're the next, I guess, the crew to come in for like 6 months. The first time we're flying, the kids are out there and they're kicking the soccer balls. Like, we kick a soccer ball through your ceiling fan, a helicopter, right? Like, fuck. Like, damn, man. Hey, pull up, sir, pull up. What's going on? Fuck, kids behind us over here trying to kick the soccer balls into the helicopter.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, will it do anything? Probably not. It's a soccer ball. It's just popping. But still, like, if it hits something,
Yeah,
It's a
no,
safety
can't take a
spot,
you know what I mean?
chance. Can't take a chance.
So, you know, me, I'm like, damn,
It's like throwing a fork in a fucking blender.
Yeah, like, okay, what am I doing? I was like, I got it. Went and bought a bag of Jolly Ranchers. So I'm gonna get these kids. You know, they want candy, I'm gonna give them candy. So like, hey, sir. So the next trip we go out there, hey, sir, just go through just do a slow, low pass, and then we'll circle around. Just act like we're clearing the landing zone. All right. Fuck, I open the window up. What you doing? Nothing. Don't worry, I'm gonna clear the landing zone. You know, make sure we're safe. Go through real slow. The kids are out there or something like hard Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, nailed them motherfucking asses, homie.
Hard Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, I mean, after a certain, I mean, they say
It's fucked up. But I feel you.
I mean, you sprayed these kids with candy, homie.
Hey, they want
Shot
to
the fucking
They got shot. There's a little fucking what country were you
kids
in,
taking
dog?
headshots with grape Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, homie, you got a little kid that got his nut shot off with a Jolly Rancher, dog.
That was Albania. That was in Albania.
Hey, wow.
You got a little.
Got an Albanian mafia member right now with a fucking
Great
Jolly Rancher.
Hating Jolly Ranchers.
He's like,
Jolly Ranchers.
bro, they shot me with my nut when I was 13 years old.
Right.
Shot my nut off with a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, that shit was
Nasty.
funny though.
Yeah.
They didn't mess with it after that. There were no more soccer balls. You know, like
I mean, I
Made
thought,
it
why
rain
couldn't
Jolly
you be
Ranchers.
nice, dog? You should could have got some cotton candy, homie.
Right.
You didn't have to nail them with some Jolly Ranchers, bro. It's like a shotgun blast, homie.
For real.
Hey.
It was probably cold too, because Kosovo's cold.
Oh man,
So-
hey, that's why. So I tell the youngsters, hey, at least you didn't get no Jolly Ranchers. I'm gonna take Jolly Ranchers. Are you sure?
Are you sure,
I'm
motherfucker?
gonna take some Jolly
Hey,
Ranchers.
so check it out. Can you fall 350 feet in 6 seconds?
Yeah, an aircraft, and
So
helicopter.
I've been just getting some conflicting information because I've been absolutely obsessed with the passing of Kobe, and I want to know facts. Everybody wants to know facts, bro. They want to know what the fuck happened, dog. You know what I mean? We all have an idea. The weather was fucking horrible. They should have not been caught up in that. My girl came home that night from doing Uber, bro, and she said the fucking horrible was fucking horrible coming home. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. And the next, this shit happens. He's in a helicopter, bro. But cause of death. The cause of death is called blunt trauma. Now, if you look up blunt trauma is going to tell you this, you know what I mean? Because they said blunt trauma. I said, what the fuck is blunt trauma? This is the definition of blunt trauma. Blunt trauma is a physical trauma to a body part, either by impact, injury, or physical attack. The latter is usually referred to as blunt force trauma. Blunt trauma is initial trauma from which develops more specific types such as contusions, abrasions, lacerations, contrast in which a body such as a projectile or knife enters. Anyways, a bunch of other bullshit right there, you know what I mean? So blunt trauma is just basically they fucking smashed in that hillside, and information that I got as well, you know what I mean? Because I've gotten conflicting information. 300 feet, 6 seconds, slammed into the hillside at 160 miles per hour, bro, which, you know what I mean, can go with blunt trauma, you know what I mean? A fucking just a massive impact you do not feel, you know what I mean? So my question to you, big dog, is say if you are falling 350 feet at 6 seconds, how fast is that, bro? What would be going through your mind? You know what I mean? Not that you've ever been through that, but you've been in the air in a helicopter, bro. Like, can you wrap your head around that? Can you see it better than I can?
They're most likely they probably didn't expect it, and hopefully they didn't feel much, because that's like if you look at the crash, well, I came across a video too. I don't know if I sent it to you, but it was the NTSB aerial footage. They got a little drone out there taking the video footage of the crash site. I think it was only like within 500 or 600 square feet. That's not that much.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they had a witness that he was outside and he heard it. He heard the aircraft. He's like, man, like, where's it at? Looking up, I see the clouds. And he heard the impact and pretty much the explosion. That was it. Meaning he just heard everything kind of like just crush. So what there's this air crew that I lost on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. This was during a training accident. It was a training accident. So two crews, and this goes into how it could play into that they're actually accident.
Yeah.
Okay. Their crews, so I had two crews go out. They're just doing training, and we would fly from Fort Bragg, go south down to there's an Air Force base down there, different places. You know, just part of our training. Go drop in the woods, do certain training. So they went down there, and the weather started getting bad. And one of the crews said, "Hey, I'm going to hit up." Second crew was like, "Hey, we'll be right behind you. We'll do a couple things, and then we'll be right behind you." First crew came back up to Fort Bragg. Second crew caught weather. When the accident report got finalized, it was pretty much they ended up, I think, banking, and they came at about 180 knots. It's over 190 miles per hour, and pretty much straight into the ground. They couldn't find the crash site for about a week, because at the I-95 going north and south, it splits, and in between is like some areas be just like flat grass or woods.
Yeah.
So where they crashed at was in a wooded area. So when we sent recovery teams out there to look for them, they couldn't see shit from above. Ground crew couldn't see nothing. Like, where are they at? The last contact we had was here. So it was about a week later that a big rig was driving north. Everybody knew, like the truck drivers knew, like, hey, keep an eye out if you see something funny. He's seen like a reflection, and so he's like, man, what the hell is this? It was a reflection of just probably the debris pulled over. That was it. So with that, it wasn't that much, but it was just gone. The aircraft, the only thing left that we pulled from there that I knew what it was. They're like, hey, can you go out there? It was our fuel cells. There was 2 aircraft fuel cells, and they're pretty big. Everything else demolished, blaze gone. So when they came in, what sucked with them though is it was a wooded area. So once they came in, the blaze just started disintegrating,
Cutting up
hit,
everything.
and then the aircraft just done. So, and then even like I think that the co-pilot they found her, but I don't know like how bad she was. But so with Kobe's aircraft, you talking just
They found 3 bodies.
Yeah.
That was it. I was over here while you guys was talking. I was on some nerd shit looking up free falling and like speed. And it said that within 5 seconds you can fall 366 feet at a stable free fall. So that's just you just being dropped off a building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'll go over 350 feet in 5 seconds.
So basically, they said they recovered the 9 bodies and they identified them. So are they identifying these bodies by their dental records?
It could be anything from DNA to dental records, and I've seen.
Do you think they burned? Did they burn?
I'm pretty sure because I think there was an explosion and fire,
and it had something about magnesium in the fuel or something like that.
So I know on the Black Hawk,
you know, a lot of the other shit.
What S-76 I think was
because they said when there's magnesium or something like that, it's really
so that on the Black Hawk aircraft, our transmission is magnesium,
and
that thing it'll once that lights up, ignites that aircraft. I think within 45 minutes it'll burn completely. So the magnesium,
you can't put that shit out.
Nah, it's very difficult to put out.
So they burned to a crisp, bro.
But before, I'm pretty sure before that, it came to that from the impact, the speed and the impact. I can't even. I don't even think they could really feel much.
Like them falling so fast in a helicopter. You know, that's why earlier when I was saying it's a tin can, like with legs, like like my cousins in the Air Force.
Nothing, you know what I mean? It's
but why would it fall though if there was a mechanical failure?
So when
they can get disorientated.
Yeah, it's when you're out there flying, you come in the weather. There's times that it's happened to me. Like, hey, either myself or my counterpart, my other crew chief, like, hey, I ain't got visual, or we're turning, hey, level out. Well, what they're doing is they're not. He wasn't. He didn't file for instrument flight rules, so he didn't file IFR, meaning. If he would have been inside the whole time that he's watching instruments, and if that wasn't he didn't have that terrain feature to monitor them. So if he would have had it, what would it have done? Would he have got the warning? I know at Fort Irwin it was pretty much a civilian aircraft. It was one of them deals that the military did. We're gonna buy this civilian thing and for the military, and at that time the Black Hawk Out, we were so deployed and we were constantly gone. We still need people here on the home front to take care of medical stuff or whatever the case may be. So they brought them in, and even with them, like they had a system where the TOS system where like so you're flying, like it was pretty much autopilot. And when they still had to go through training. So we were flying the Victorville, they would set up autopilot. Hey, we're flying so-and-so to do his training. And we're going to fly into Victorville. I'm like, cool, give me a little nap. So I sit in the back, knock out, you know what I mean? But it was set up where they came to us, I think it was like 60-something feet, and it would level off. And then it would shut down, making sure that, hey, you take controls. You have to physically take controls.
To land it.
So, but a warning would go off, like if it kept going and going, like pull up, like somebody wake up on the front. That's happened before too. Hey, wake up.
Holy shit.
You know what I mean? Like, so someone better grab that shit, So that's part of their system, and
ghost riding a helicopter.
Ghost ride, hey, pretty much, So
well, you said put it on autopilot, right? So you just basically punch in where you want to go.
Yeah, this location, and it depends on the system. You could probably put airspeed, altitude, all that good stuff. So when it gets, you're coming into that, say you're coming into Victorville, like their airspace, they make you're gonna have to do radio calls, all blah blah, all that other good stuff. But you're coming in, like it's set up to a certain altitude and airspeed. So when you come in, I think Victorville, when we used to go there, it was like 60 feet, I think. And once it hit 60, it would just level off automatically. I used to trip out. And he would like, but that was one of the things. Like we were all alert and awake, watching because it was part of training. They were like, "Hey, I'm gonna show you. Trust this system. Trust it.
Right.
Trust it." I'm like, "What you mean trust it? Just watch." They would sit back, watch. It's gonna level off at 60 feet, and we'd come in. All right, hey, so one of you guys better grab the controls, you know. So they would, grab the control. All right, I got the controls, blah, blah. And that's where when it comes to having pilots, 2 pilots and a crew chief, we would always, we're driving along, or like we're flying along, and be like, "Hey man, hey, can you get the controls? I got the controls. You got the controls. I got the controls." And we used to call it 3-way communication. I forget I forget the actual military term. It was like 3-way communication. I got them, so they know. Hey, once you said the 3rd time, I got the controls. All right, that's on you now.
Right.
Did he? If he would have had a second pilot, what would the outcome have been? If he would have had a crew chief, what would the outcome have been? And that's where, like, I kind of knew, like, right away when I heard about it. Guys at work, I come in the next day and like, man. So I see all the little youngsters wearing their Kobe stuff. Hey, one of the dudes upstairs, like, "So what you think?" And I just kind of like spit some shit out. I was like, "I guarantee this is probably it." I said, "Just pay attention, man." So next couple of days go by, and it's like what I was saying was kind of pretty much exactly what was going on. And
What were you saying?
like, I mean, first I said, "Fuck that pilot," and he was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Let me tell you something. If he had no business flying that in that weather, one, if he didn't file the correct flight plan to fly in that weather, or he wasn't authorized to fly in the weather." I didn't find out till the second day about I found out later on that day about the sheriffs. One of the other managers came through and said, "Man, even the sheriffs wouldn't fly. They grounded everybody." Third one, then why are you flying in that weather? It's like one of the things we go back.
Kobe Bryant got somewhere to go. That's why he's flying in that weather. They gave him that money, bro.
And it goes back to like living in Hawaii. When I started living in Hawaii, all the homies over there like, "Hey, pay attention when you go somewhere. Pay attention." So when I told that, not the same guy where I said, and in Hawaii we used to say, if you don't see the locals in the water, don't go in the water.
Yeah.
You know what you mean? If you don't see the locals in the water, don't go in that water, because one, it's either box jellyfish or there's a shark out there.
Facts.
Those are the only 2 reasons why a local will not be in that water. So if I knew or heard or seen CHP grounding their aircraft because they're not going to fly in this weather, that's CHP. That's emergency aircraft. Why am I going to go fly in that weather? Regardless of who's in that aircraft. Because it ain't about me.
They were flying off the cuff, homie.
It's about who's in the back. And that goes, and I tell them, I say, you know what? That's the reason why I'm so hard on all these mechanics out here.
Yeah.
If they F some shit up down here, that part goes on an aircraft. I fly it quite a bit. I got homies that fly it quite a bit. I got family that flies quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So that part goes on that aircraft. They're out there flying, and it comes back that an incident happens because oh man, we're gonna line up outside.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
you gotta be especially in some shit like that, bro. Like, fuck. Make a fucked up part for my car, but don't fuck with my helicopter, you know what I mean? Straight the fuck up, dog, you know what I mean? So, like, damn, bro, we gotta be competent on what the fuck we're doing and shit. And if you're not, and it's possible chance that it could risk some motherfucking lives, bro, you need to take your bitch ass back to Walmart, homie, you know what I mean? Or wherever the fuck you came from, you know?
Them sticky happy face.
Yeah, dog, that's crazy as fuck, dog. Fuck that, dog. But you know what, bro? Check it out, dog. Thank you for coming, my boy. I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate you.
Like, I'll tell you that story. That was funny, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but
I tell the old lady, like, "Hey, let's go swap me tomorrow. I'm take the baby. He needs to run around." She's like, "All right, what time?" I say, "Early, because I gotta be at the homie spot, So I know, well, okay. Comes through, you know what I mean? Go to swap meet. And I don't know, it was something she ate. I don't know, it was like, I don't even think we finished the first beer.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling too good. I was like, what? Damn, we only got one. Man, it's barely 11 o'clock right now. 11:30. She's talking about we ain't feeling so good. Oh, it don't feel right. So she wouldn't have no business. She wouldn't her tummy hurt, whatever. I was like, you know what? I was like,
So you're saying she
I was
took a
like-
shit?
I was like, you know, like I got the baby. I'm like okay, hey Papa, hey look over there real quick. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, glad there's like so many trash cans like every 10 feet because we wouldn't have made it to the bathroom. You know, like
she was throwing up.
yeah. So, but I
Yeah.
was like, you caught me on a good day. She's like, why is that? Because I would have been out there fucking taking pictures of you, fucking videotaping you. And tomorrow I'll probably post the shit. Not today, you know, we cool right now, you know, so it's been good.
So you got a couple in.
Yeah, fuck, you know, and she's like, shut up. You know, I was like, all right, you know, we're cool. So, you know, go handle your business. Like, man, she goes, you're gonna be late. Oh, wow, this is a good story right here, you know. Fuck, I don't care if I care if I'm late or not, but you know, this makes out for a good story right here, you know. Go handle your shit. Dude, I was fucking cracking like so we're like, I'll get back in line. Yeah, we'll go get another. You know, I think I ended up drinking like 3 or 4 tall cups over there. I was like, you know what's fucked up is that you fall under that what's so you know the Instagram page like that's on like the you're on like Fools Gone Wild or some shit like that. Like it's not even 12 o'clock. You're over here fucking filling up the trash cans already. It's like, damn, girl, like that's like you actually got a problem, you know. But it was pretty cool. Like we had a good morning, you know, and I was like, it's like, all right, hurry up, go get your handle your shit. But I'm gonna use her for an excuse.
It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. Thank you for coming, my boy. Check it out. I got something on my mind, dog. And I was when I was thinking about it the past couple of days, dog. I've been thinking about it the whole week, matter of fact, bro. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking that the people can be easily say, like, why they were the world was so shocked because he was such a good dude. You know what I mean? So if there is a God in the world, why would God take this individual? And then why would he take his fucking daughter, his innocent daughter with him, and as well as all the other young girls there and the family members right there, you know what I mean? And so you can ask yourself, I don't know if you guys have or not, but like, why would you do this? And before you guys share your opinion, bro, I thought about it a lot, bro, like I said, and I said, well, maybe look at how the world's acting right now, bro. You know what I mean? 50 Cent saying I ain't arguing with nobody no more, or this person, you know what, I forget which basketball player, but he never wanted to meet his real dad. All right, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna meet him. Like this death right here has had a ripple effect across the world, but in a positive manner. You know what I mean? Did God? I mean, was there a deal made? Hey, Kobe, I'm gonna give you 20 fucking years of your fucking for all your dreams. You know what I mean? You know, but hey, you know, at the end, you know what I mean? Bro, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but
No, you good. It's a good ramble.
but
It's
like,
a good one. It's, you know,
but
so
like,
it's all
bro,
good. I
like,
got
what are
you.
your thoughts on that, dog?
Me personally, I think if you look at it in a religious way and you kind of want to use a modern day kind of story in the Bible, you know, to kind of connect it so we'll just use the story of Jesus or whatever. You know, Jesus died in order to allow everybody else to be able to become closer and to have a universal love for each other. You know, that's what he brought forth. Like his passing was supposed to bring peace amongst people. You know what I'm saying? That's in a religious way. If you just kind of look at it like that. In a kind of more universal way for me, I think like we're all kind of connected. You know what I mean? Like if I die right here, right now, it's gonna affect you, even if you seen someone die before. You know what I mean? Because the loss of my spirit in front of you is transformative. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you could feel this dude's arm and you could shake your hand or like shake up your son, and you know what I mean? But once the spirit of my body's gone, that's just gone. You know what I mean? But I think with the legacy that spirit lives. You know what I mean? Because we're connected by a spirit of him. So it's a little different. And I don't think that that's a religious thing. I think that's just a universal thing, like stars and how the moon and the fucking sun work. You know what I mean? Like we go outside and you feel better when it's hot outside. You know what I mean? And like when the fucking moon is out, you feel more awake and more sharp. That's just for a reason. And I think Kobe, him passing, I don't think it was like a deal he made or God was in hand. I think it literally was a mistake. Dude he wasn't up to par, and he fucking crashed a helicopter and he took lives with him. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was a Kobe thing if we really look at the dynamic, because if we using that the way you used it, like, did that guy have a deal with the devil? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm
not saying a deal with the devil. It could be a deal with God too.
I'm saying the pilot. I'm saying the pilot.
Oh, the pilot. Yeah. On the flip side.
Exactly.
On the
There's
flip
the duality of it. So we don't know if that is really the thing. So I just think it's really just a loss that if it really is about peace, dudes like 50 Cent and all these other dudes that are just saying, yo, like, I'm not going to beef and do this, in 3 years, it's going to still be the same shit.
It's just momentarily. You feel it. You feel this right now. I mean, in the way I can, when you say about feeling a certain way at a certain time and shit, you know, I mean, it can be, you can use that in a couple different analogies. You know, I mean, you could say, like, you know, when you're so in love with your girl, but then after you bust that nut, but right before that, you were just kissing her. You were so fucking passionate, and then you busted that nut,
and it changed your whole fucking chemistry changed.
Now you go to sleep.
Now you trash. Now you trash.
I'm not
still like you.
that.
I still like you, but you less than me now.
Oh man, we just trying to get a good laugh here, I guess. You know, what I mean, we trying to, man. It's been an emotional week, bro.
Oh, hey,
it's been an emotional week, dog. I've never fucking teared up for a man I didn't fucking know, bro. But I did know him.
Nah, that's not.
But we did know him.
It's not even about not knowing.
20-something years.
Yeah, he's been in our living room.
Bro,
we were saying that
that's
shit,
the
dog.
fabric of our childhood. Like, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you some others. So growing up, you know, I went to high school. And there wasn't a lot of black kids over there. And a lot of my homies that were Mexicans are from different gangs that were from Mexican gangs. Like, how we really got along was through Laker games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And through like hooping and sports and shit. Like, I fought all the time and like dudes knew I fought or whatever else. So like there was respect. But once we talked about basketball, or like I would have ditching parties at my crib and I would let everybody come over. Like, all right, cool. You from over here, you from over here. My dad will fuck both of y'all up, so don't come fuck up my house.
Yeah.
And we could all party in the crib, and like you guys got to leave like at 2:30, like so I could clean the crib. And I had like the most organized, cool ditching parties because everybody like respected it, and we would just all kick it. But I used to tape games, so I would have all the Laker games, all the Iversons, fucking Kobe in high school. And I would just press play and we'd be smoking weed and listening to music and shit and watching the Laker games and watching Laker fucking, you know, just playback on VHS. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's kind of how like a lot of me and my other homies from different neighborhoods wind up being homies, and then going in YA, going to fucking jail later. It's like, hey bro, like, what's up, fool? Like, I ain't seen you in fucking 5 years. You still fuck with the Lakers, dog? You know what I mean? And like we kicking it and pieced up because of the Lakers shit. So you know how you were talking, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, this brought all three of us here
thing.
Together today. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
You know, unfortunately on bad news, but you know what I mean, just the love, the passion, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter.
Nah,
like,
you killing my vibe, dog. You can't say it's bad news. We celebrating the legacy of some great shit. You feel me?
There you go.
Don't kill my vibe, homie.
He was celebration of life.
Hey, he was killing my vibe earlier, bro. I swear to God, dog. I almost took a nap on one of his shit he was saying a minute ago, dog. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're
like, hey, you late, bro? Is that what you were texting me? Was late?
So hurry up, man. So hurry up, motherfucker.
Hurry up and save me. The helicopter medics are almost here.
Right. You know, I look at Kobe's passing. I mean, go back to it last year when Nipsey passed. Nipsey was the streets. Nipsey was the streets.
Yeah.
Nipsey was doing his shit on the streets. You know, I can't get too. I don't know a whole lot. I can how deep, but I know he made a great impact in the streets, you know, and did what he did, and his his legacy is gonna live on. And now you look at like Kobe was Lakers. Kobe was entertainment. Kobe was Lakers. You know, so
It's LA.
he was LA. So
Yeah.
when he that happened, that hit LA in that a different level than how Nipsey, but you know, and if you combine them both, that covers a whole lot of
Nips. I mean,
That
Kobe
is
was
our
like
soul
a
and
Kobe
our
was like a
heart.
Kobe was like a superhero. Nipsey was just like one of our own. Like, bro,
No,
that's the homie. That's the
from
neighbor right there. You know what I
that's
mean?
from the
That
dirt.
came
to
up
here.
our neighborhood survey. He was Spider-Man. Nipsey was Spider-Man.
From the
You know what I'm
dirt to
saying?
here, you
And
know?
like Kobe was like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because he was still for the people. But like even if you look at the Staples Center, like all these people in the front is like Hollywood stars, but it's filled by the people. You feel me? Like us that you can't see on camera, we're in the Staples Center. Like it's filled by the people. And he's fucking playing for the people. He don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers because he has already won amongst them. That's why when that fool would stand up and fucking show his heart, like he was looking in the crowd. He wasn't looking at Jack Nicholson. He never celebrated with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He celebrated with the people. So you know what I mean? Like real talk.
I think it was Tuesday. I ended up finding out that through my brother that one of the other ladies that passed away was her and her daughter were actually on the aircraft. And I found out
Gigi's best friend.
He's like, hey, bro. I was like, what's up? He goes, that other girl that passed away, that's my cousin. That was her maid of honor. Wow. I was like, what you mean? Yeah, she's from Whittier. She grew up in Whittier. So I was like, oh, for real? Like, yeah, she went. I don't know her. I'd have to look it up, her maiden name, but she went. I think she went to Lucerna High School, one of the high schools over there, because I seen it actually on thing like the high school paying tribute, whatever. Well, I think the brother still coaches there. She used to coach there. The nephew, whatever, all this stuff. Like they were actively in the sports at that high school. I said, what you mean? Like, how did your cousin know? And like, oh, they grew up together. So the cousin, my brother's cousin, was in her wedding, and she was in the cousin's wedding. Like, I was like, when he told me that, not even like, I don't want to hear that, bro. Like, I mean, but I can't kind of hear a little deeper. Like, damn, I said that's kind of
like a local loss too,
you know, like crazy. So the city, like the high school in Whittier, were like kind of they're paying a lot of tribute to her, this and that, and
man.
And I think she was one of the like, you know, Kobe got involved with his kids, you know, so like coaching all that. So that was
she was helping him coach at the academy. Yeah.
So I was like tripping. I was like, damn.
And the daughter was like a best friend of Gigi. They both played on the same team. They were all connected like so deeply. The baseball coach, like they were all connected, man. It was like a lot of families lost. Like that shit is a real sad time, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Sad time, man.
I mean, man, I don't even know how, you know, Vanessa, the daughters, bro, like just not one but two, you know what I mean? Man, I don't
three.
know.
You got the baby.
He got 3 daughters.
Yeah, no, but I was just talking about in regards to who passed, not one but two.
Oh, where
Kobe and Gigi and that immediate family right there. I mean, there was another there was a father, his wife, and daughter also on that plane. And I found out that there's also one more daughter.
Yeah.
That wasn't on that plane. So what about her, bro, that lost her whole family, bro? She lost her sister, she lost her mom and her dad. Yeah, bro, like damn, you know what I mean? Like we're focusing so much on Kobe, but as these days progress, homie, and we get deeper into the lives also that have been lost, I want to know their stories too, dog. You know what I mean? I want to follow them. I want to hear them, bro. You know what I mean?
I think Kobe's story, not to cut you off, but I think Kobe's story is kind of highlighted because that immediately affects us the most
because we know him, bro. Because
but the other families, it's not like we don't care or we're less than them. We just don't know as much to really be connected. So
but once you hear them stories and shit, you know what I mean? You know, you I mean, if you're a decent human being and shit, your heart will be heavy and it will ache and you'll feel that. You know what I mean? You know, not the way they're feeling it for sure, but damn, homie, you know what I mean? This is just such an unfortunate event, homie. I had last week, I had a podcast with an individual, a very, you know, special individual, you know what I mean, that I was lucky to interview. And I was just so thrown the fuck off the whole fucking interview, bro. You know what I mean? Because that shit hit me in my gut. I'm at the gym. I hear this shit. I got to come back, set up, get right. You know what I mean? Try to like, you know what I mean? Change my energy. You know what I mean? Not kill anybody's vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel me?
but you know, it was just tough, man. It was tough. It's been tough this whole week for everybody, man. All the outpouring love, bro. You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, with the Staples Center, bro, what are they gonna do with all that stuff, dog? You know what I mean? Like
What, the Kobe stuff?
Yeah, all that Kobe stuff, bro.
That's
I wonder what
stay.
I mean, no, bro, but like
They're probably gonna
I mean,
change that shit to the Kobe Center.
They got jerseys, dog. They have those big old fucking long things that people can leave a message and shit. You know what I mean? Like, is that gonna be like, all right, it's done with? Let's get the fucking city in here to fucking throw this shit away. I mean, what is that? What happens?
I don't think they would ever throw.
I mean, it's got to be a little more respect than that, right? You know what I mean? Do you donate it? Do you ask somebody if they want it? You know what I mean?
That Kobe Bryant will have a fucking museum in the next 10 years. I guarantee it.
And I mean, there's be a ton of pictures, that's for sure, because there's been hundreds and hundreds.
Basketballs, fucking stories, stuff from the homeless, stuff from
I'll tell you right now,
group homes. Like,
he better be the next NBA logo.
Yeah, I've been talking about that.
That's kind of hard to do, though. Like, I mean, even if, as much as I wanted, I've been petitioning for it. I signed the petition. That's really hard to do. Because like there's a lot of dudes, like if Jordan didn't get it while they both were alive, like that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a few people like Magic could have got it. Like there's a couple people that like rightfully deserve it. Like, you know what I mean?
But they were talking about, they're like, bro, you can't put the Jumpman as the logo. I mean, because it's already done with their Jordan brand.
And with all respect, if Kobe was alive right now, we wouldn't be talking about him being the logo for the NBA. So you know what I'm saying? So that's like,
yeah, they just want to immortalize him. I think that's the word.
He is though.
Yeah, he is.
He is immortalized.
But they really want to, like, you know what I mean? You know, they're so passionate. People around the world and in the NBA, they're so passionate about, you know what? We're gonna make sure, like the Mavericks just retired
number.
Yeah, 24. They retired 24, and
bunch of players changing their numbers.
Yeah, they're changing their numbers, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just like, dude, this dude is getting everything he deserves on this end of the stick.
But it's the same for David Stern, though. David Stern had a huge reception. Like, he changed the game. The reason why these dudes dress fresh and like they invest money and like now contracts are smarter and better and like these athletes are living better is because of David Stern. You know what I mean? So like,
he gave him the liberty to do that.
He took the liberty away from motherfuckers to just be goons.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, bro, you guys are fucking multimillionaires. At least put on a collared shirt. At least dress decent when you got the whole world looking at you.
Yeah.
You owe that to your family.
Yeah.
Fuck owing that to me. You know what I mean? Like, you owe that to your family. So he got these dudes into fashion and like dressing however. And they
really into fashion right now too.
It's funny,
some of these dudes. I mean, they always have
blonde hair and wild shit. But I think that shit's cool because it's actually allowing people to pursue their identity and not just, I'm gonna just wear t-shirts and some basketball shorts and make $100 million. That's not being a role model and that's not being accessible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all our homies grew up a certain way, so we had certain goals.
Yeah,
straight up. But if you see fools with a business shirt on, you're gonna look different.
I honestly, when I see like Kuz is always wearing some wild shit coming in.
Wow.
Always, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, this is what I think when I see that.
He's 23 though.
No. I'm thinking in my head, that's not his style. He's getting paid for every single outfit that he's wearing right there, bro.
Nah.
Bro, you think that's his stilo?
Yes.
No,
bro.
He's got to be getting paid for that shit.
I'll make a perfect.
Because I'll wear that shit if you pay me.
I'll make you perfect point. Yeah, I would.
I mean, the money got to be right.
I look out.
But
hey, that fool wears capris. You got capris on,
bro. He wears the most wild shit. And they laugh. He's a joke. Wait for Kuz to come in the locker room. Go ahead.
I'm about to put him on game right now. Who's the biggest artist right now in music?
I mean, Amigos. I know. I see
okay, if you say Migos, I was even going further, like Kanye. Yeah. Like when you look at pants that are fucking torn and shit. He brought that back, and he brought back like zippers and like certain shit that people now wear. That was 80s shit. Because motherfuckers in the 80s when we were growing up was dressing weird as fuck. Michael Jackson and Prince and Cameo. These fools are dressing weird as fuck. Tight ass clothes and like little skin tight shit and makeup. We ain't ever said shit about that. You know what I mean? So they're doing the same shit now. Like history is just reduplicating itself. And all of these young kids, they influenced by that. They influenced by Kanye, Lil Uzi Vert. Ask your son. He'll tell you what's on, you know, what he's listening to. And that plays a part into what these motherfuckers is wearing. All the older dudes, you know, LeBron, let me wear a suit. Let me look a little fresher. Let me be more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the younger fools is like, blonde hair and fucking
They're not come up here
torn
like
up
that
shit. You know what I'm saying? We would have been wearing white t-shirts and some Dickies walking into the game, like, you know.
I mean, I get it.
You
I
know,
guess when you have a
sign
level,
of the time.
when you have a level of the money, and I mean, and you're that dude, I mean, like shit, let's make a motherfucking statement. Homie.
What would you wear if you know what I'm saying?
I wear the freshest shit out there, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, once you start getting money, you know what I mean? You know, like you're a lot more things are available to you, dog.
Yeah.
You know, you got it. There's just different levels. Like, I mean, I still keep my shit probably the way I keep it, but I mean, you probably once in a while catch me slipping on something else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'll be like, oh shit, yeah,
Right,
bro, just trying to live something different, bro. You know what I mean?
Slip on loafers and shit.
Yeah,
they all compete
bro.
though.
You know what
they
I
all
mean?
compete. Like I like polo a lot, so me and all my homies talk about polo grip. It's like I'm gonna go to the polo store and get shit before you because that's just something I grew up liking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's just always been my thing. But there's those young cats like Lonzo Ball and Kuzma and all those fools, they would all talk about fashion and like, oh, you can't dress and like be clowning each other on Instagram. So of course they're gonna go out and shop and get the plug, and people are gonna donate shit because they got money or whatever. You know, when you're rich, you get more shit for free.
For free.
You know what I mean?
Just
So,
wear my shit. Let them know I'm wearing it too. You know what I mean?
That part.
Yeah, hell yeah, dog. I mean, fuck, dog.
Yeah, man. But
well,
Kobe, baby.
Kobe for life, man.
Right.
Hey, check it out. We appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, we just kind of wanted to tap in and just, talk a little bit about, Kobe. I don't know how well we covered it, but hey, we shared our thoughts.
Man, we talked about a lot of shit.
Yeah, we
not just Kobe, but it all tied into Kobe.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he spawned the whole conversation. Thank you, man, for having me, bro.
Yeah, thank you for being here, my G. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, thank you too, my boy. You know what I mean? You guys, hey, you guys
I learned
want
a lot from you right now.
Yeah, no, that shit was tight, dog.
I had one question for you. What branch of service were you in?
I was in the Army.
In the Army. I had a feeling because you kept saying fort, and I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
My cousin was in the Army. He's a company leader. He actually lost his heel in Afghanistan. He got blown up by IED. IED. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of why when you started talking, I was like, man, like my mind started wandering, thinking about Afghanistan and a bunch of other stuff. And
yeah, for sure, dog. Hey, give out your shout out your social medias, man, if you guys want. I mean,
No, I ain't big on shout outs, but I'm gonna say fuck you to Burst. I was hoping to have some tacos up in here, man. Fucking Burst.
Hey, Burst was talking shit on here, bro.
Hey.
Straight up.
Hey, keep your ass in San Diego.
Oh, shout out to Burst Rock. Hey, class of '96.
Hey, but I'm glad you didn't come because I would have stopped. I was about to stop at Rite Aid to get me some like Pepto Bismol and Tums and shit. Because when it comes to like that, the tacos junkies, it's a little bit worse than having that coronavirus right there, bro.
Oh, is that right?
Hey,
dog meat tacos, TJ tacos.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Hey, Taco Junk. Hey, he makes some legit shit, bro.
Nah, I seen some.
Burst makes some. Hey, they make some legit tacos, man. I always gotta mess with the homie right there.
And I heard he gets some good head too.
Oh, but the only thing is that fucking hey, that
fuck Burst Rock.
That big ass nose be poking me in the belly button though.
Shit, man. No, that's he got a feather on his nose. I'm gonna tickle you
out the comments.
He goes, I'm gonna tickle your ass while I lick the back of your balls.
Hey, that's a homie. Hey, if you want to get
that's just weird, homie.
You have a fucking really good backyard party, like all the beer, drugs, and whatever. Hey, when it comes to lining it up, he's the last one that goes though. Don't let fucking Burst go first with that big ass nose. That shit wipe out a fucking whole 8-ball right there, man. One shot.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he does. I mean, I think on the side of his nose it says fucking Hoover or something like that, dog. You know what I mean? But
he was Hoover before the crib.
Says 75 cents. Car wash.
That's all bad. Hey, shout out to Burst Rock, man. Everybody follow the homie Burst Rock at 27 Junkies on Instagram. I am your boy Lucky Sun Zoo. Hey, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment, share a video, man. You know what I mean? Not all these are different videos covering different subjects and people and different lives and levels. And this is what we do right here. Hood Stocks. You know what I mean? Invest in yourself. Let's uplift each other. Let's empower each other. This is a positive movement. Fuck the dumb shit. No color lines right here, as you see. You know what I mean? We all united. This is LA, baby. Thank you for tapping in. We getting the motherfucker out of here, boy. Much love. Appreciate you guys.